Hello and good morning. We are live this Wednesday morning from Southern California, and we are going to talk about the luxury watch market, Rolex watch prices, and other luxury watch prices, how they're plummeting in the market right now. Luxury wristwatch prices are just going down, and we're going to check it out and see what's happening. Just since the last broadcast, I've seen them go down quite considerably, like 10%. So what's going on? And at the same time, when you're looking at my favorite site, everybody knows my favorite site that I like to peruse and check out watches, and where I've bought some watches from in the past. They have some beautiful watches available right now that have come up since we've last looked at them, and they're just to die for. They're just some amazing watches just to look at, admire, talk about their prices, the whole market. And honestly, I couldn't get over how beautiful some of the pieces were. There's at least a dozen gorgeous pieces that are on the block for sale at the place that I like to look at. So it's going to help us with some watch discussion. All right, so hang in there. Let's get started. Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Buddy. Welcome to the Rich Buddy Live Show, where we talk about luxury wristwatches, a topic that is near and dear to everybody's heart, I know. So let's share a screen here and talk about it a little bit. I've been up since about 2 in the morning, I think. It's been a bit of a brutal one. Very, very tired. We're going to have a good time and talk about some watches. How about that? You know? When life gives you lemons, lemonade's not bad. I love lemonade. Considering how the Rolex dealers treat us, I've come up with a new display stand for the Rolex ADs right here. They can display Rolexes on a shelf and put a snake next to it so you can't touch them. How'd you like that? Would that be a good way to display them? All right. So let's check it out here. I don't know if I have a zoom ability. I lost my zoom pad here. I'm not quite sure what I did with it. Let's see how this works out. Sorry, they don't have a night mode. It's all in white background. But that'll wake us up, right? Yeah, I wish I could make it a little larger. Let me see if I can do that somehow quickly. I can't do that. View. How's that? Is that better? That's a lot better, isn't it? Maybe I could even go more. There you go. Beautiful. All right. So, let's not discount Panerai. I mean, I said there's a lot of beautiful watches on here that came up. This is your basic Panerai. You gotta love it for $6,900, an 8-day GMT. Look at that. 8-day power reserve. Take a pause for a minute. 8-day reserve. Wow. AM PM indicator, second clock. That's a gorgeous watch right there, isn't it? I mean, if you're looking for a Panerai, in my opinion, if I'm looking for a Panerai 44 millimeter, bam, this is a classic right here to have. You'll be whistling Dixie on the way home, hopping and skipping and jumping with this one. I can tell you. Part of me wants a Panerai. I'd like to have a Panerai. Wouldn't mind having a Panerai. Okay, let's skip down to some of the ones that I seen here that I really digged on. Okay, this was one of the first interesting watches that I came across. Was the El Primero here by Zenith, being that it's a flyback chrono. You're getting a lot. It's like getting a Rolls Royce for the price of a Caddy. That's basically what you're getting here. Maybe for the price of a Pinto at $5,900. Crazy function on this watch. Look at the case size on this bad boy. 45.5 millimeters. You know what? That is a plus. That's a pro, not a con. If you're looking for a flyback function, looking for a chronograph function, looking to really use the son of a gun, you want to see it. You want to be able to see it, right? And it looks pretty functional, black and white contrast. And I mean, it's got a chronograph with a flyback function. I guess it's a super cool coach's watch. I'm sure it's waterproof for the sailor as well. Okay. This is my favorite retrograde. All-time favorite retrograde. And it was the second one right here behind the Zenith we just looked at. I love this retrograde function. And also the leap year indicator in the center being Roman numerals. I'm never fond of the old style Roman numeral, old fancy, Breguet type watches, which this is that. This one I like. 36 millimeter. 36 millimeter. Look how small that is. Back, this is 2006 when they're priding themselves on putting mucho mechanics into little tiny boxes. Beautiful. That's a good one. 50,000. I mean, it's a grand complication, 50,000. I don't reckon they were that high in the past. I used to look at these a lot, but the price of it escapes me. I'd have to look at an old video. Let me see if there's anybody joining us here in the comments. We got Detroit Spartan. What's happening, Detroit? What's going on, baby? How are you, man? Looking at the new arrivals, far more interesting. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All of them. Yeah. But I wanted to look at these ones at least for sure because, you know, the new arrivals don't have the price tags. But aren't there just a heap of good watches on there? You know, Detroit, just a heap of good watches on here right now. I couldn't believe it. It's like, man, I wish I had a couple of $100,000 just to blow on these things, man. Crazy. You know. What's up, 11? How are you? How come I don't go on there, man? Because he's, you know, I don't like to be, he's just rude and disrespectful. And I just haven't never been that way with him or anybody on the shows. I'm not interested in, and I don't like to have to be that way when people are like that way with me. So what's going on, watch collector? Dude. Okay. Okay. Right behind the paddock. This is what I'm saying. Just bam, batter for batter. It's like they're all knocking it out of the park right here. Like look at this one. I just think. Oh wait, this wasn't the one, but this is a cool watch, Omega GMT. But there was an Omega on here with the star. I don't know what they call. I forgot what they call it. You know, like a constellation dial. Oh my god, I want that watch. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's just find it right away. You know what, Spartan? You might be right. It might have been all the new arrivals I was looking at. If that star watch isn't on here, then you're right. It was the new arrivals section. Is the Omega is that beautiful Omega on that other section? Oh, there's a couple here I want to come back to for sure though, but geez, look how many watches. Man, it was a new arrivals. All right, let's check it out. I guess they were just all over the place. Oh, we were in new arrivals. So it must have been in incoming watches. Look at that. Here's one incoming, but you see these don't have prices. Okay. I'm a fan of the very first one right here. Ultimately, that is like a beautiful, simple gold watch. This JLC ultra thin, that is, and you know what? It's going to be fairly priced. Like if you want a solid gold watch, high horology, cheap as heck, this is going to come up cheap as heck. I guarantee you. This watch is probably going to be, you know, like $7,000 or something. And it's a solid gold watch. You know, I mean, it's going to be a lot cheaper than you think. That is a nice watch. Let's look at the pictures of this one. Honestly, this is like a beautiful watch right here. Look at that, ultra thin. Look at that. Look at the ultra thin. Look how thin it is. That is so bad. Wow. That's gorgeous. Beautiful tang buckle too. 7.5 millimeter thickness. Isn't that amazing? That's like quality, man. Man, to be honest, you could just get that one watch and be done. You could just get that one watch and be done. And you never have to worry about the date or any of that crap, complications, none of that. It doesn't even have a second hand. The service, it's going to be as cheap as a JLC service can be. It's going to be the least expensive service. And it's probably never going to need one. Crap, it was serviced in 2023. It's not going to need a service in your lifetime. Put it that way. Wow, I'm just on that watch. I fucking should buy that. Now this one, look at this. This is crazy. Look at this, is crazy. That's the same dial that the Omega has, the one that I want to show you, that I just am so in love with. But you know, this is going to be a $250,000 watch right here, right? Wow. Let's make sure the screen is on. Yeah, it's on. What do they call these dials again? There's a name for these dials. And aventurine. Aventurine. Is it? It's a special stone, is it not? The dial is a blue aventurine enamel. It's an enamel finish. Okay, so that's what the Omega is too, then. The same jiggity jangity. It's going to be the same thing, right? So let's take a look at that. Man, what a watch. These are all beautiful. All of these that I'm scrolling through. Look at that Moser with the Fume dial. I've always been a fan of the Omega Museum Specialties collection. Always been a fan of those. I love these throwbacks. Okay, so that's the incoming watches. So it was the new arrivals then that I was really hot on. So let's go back to that, and you see you know what? I do want to show you that Omega though. So let me go right to that Omega. Oops. Let me go right to that Omega. Oh, you know what? It's not here because someone bought it. Get out of here. It ain't here because someone bought it. It's someone bought it. Let me go to recently sold. Where's that going to be at? Recently sold right here. So this fpjourne right here was like 86,000, and it was for sale, and it sold for, I don't know what they accepted and closed it at, but it was for sale listed at 86. They've got one listed now for 76 grand. There's the Omega. See, someone sold it. Oh my God, what a beautiful watch. Look at this. Oh, you can't even see it. This is the most you can see of it. This one right here. Oh my God, that is so beautiful. Man, I really kind of wanted this watch. You see this one? The blue side of the moon? Man, I got to be honest. I have a little thing for Omega, and I kind of want this one. It's gorgeous. Blue ceramic case. The 9904 movement. Chronograph with date function. With a moon phase. But it's got a blue aventurine glass dial. Wow. So that thing just, in the flesh, how beautiful that thing reflects. I got to tell you, it's a stunner. It's a stunner. And price for dollar, you know what I mean? Like when you want to get a stunner from A. Lang & Soon, you know, you're spending 50 grand, 60 grand for the Darth Vader, this, that, whatever bullshit, right? Bam, look at, you know, a used older Omega like this gorgeous, man, you know, you're going to snag this for 10 grand or less, man. I'm telling you. I don't know what it sold for, but I can guarantee you I want to keep one of these on my radar, because that to me is just one of the most gorgeous watches out there. You guys like this one? Thumbs up. Have a good day, 11. 6119G. We'll check it out. Oh, you know, they take offers like any other place. I've bought 2 watches from these people. I can't regret it, that's for sure. I bought 3. I've bought 3 watches from them. I've bought a Daytona. I bought a steel Daytona. I bought a Patek Calatrava, and I bought a Rolex President from this place. And they did accept my offers, you know, so. I like this. This one sold. You see this AP vintage ultra thin. Beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, you know, like they have this, what is that new, what do they got? That new something 20, something 11, or whatever they call that new watch they've got. This is beautiful right here. Just, I like this AP right here. Just curious. I wonder how much this simple guy went for. I wonder how big the case was on that. Man, that is a watch I would dig on right here. That's a 10 out of 10. Let's go back to the new arrivals here. It's got the prices. So the watch prices have gone down, right? Have you guys noticed? They've gone down considerably in the last week. So it is what it is. We'll see where they hang out. We know the production's not there on most of these watches that we're looking at. So if the production side of the formula is still scarce, then the formula in its totality, you know, we'll still keep the watch prices upheld above the retail. Maybe it's a good thing they weren't producing watches like that and for all the masses, right? They were thinking ahead. So, for instance, the weekly calendar here that we all love, this one here was around 50 grand, I think, in its heyday. This one didn't drop all that much, considering that. I don't think it went up much past 50,000 in its top fetchings. Am I right on this watch? 50,000. Omega. I'm repping Omega today. I got the Omega hat on. I got the 50th anniversary Snoopy. We're repping Omega today. I got my this. I consider this my Speedmaster shirt. This is my Indianapolis 500 shirt. You can see the cars racing and crashing, the people watching. I got my racing motif theme today, Speedmaster Omega. We're going for it. Okay, check this out now. Let's really look at this. Blanc, look at this. Tell me this isn't now within reach. You know, we all bitched and complained about the Blancpain being a beautiful watch, but it's just, man, they're just asking a mint for these Blancpains, aren't they? Look at that now. You know, maybe you can call an offer 10 grand. They'll take 10 grand. Look at that. Get one of these for 10,000 bucks now. That's reasonable. Wouldn't that be reasonable? Don't you think that would be reasonable if you could score this for 10 grand out the door? That's a good one. That's coming to be somewhat affordable. Look at that. I don't have a Blancpain in my collection. That's a good one, boys. Is that not a good one? That's a good one. Let's check it out. You see what I mean? JLC, Master Ultra Thin, but with a moon phase for 59. Tell me that other one I showed you is not going to be 10 grand. Am I right? It's going to be 10 grand or less. And that's not even out before you, that's before you make the offer on it. Like this one's 16,000. What are you going to offer on this one? 12 and see where they come up. You know what I mean? You might walk away at 14 on this watch. Same with the other one. You're going to get the other one for like 9 or 8 or 10 or whatever. So, man, I'd rather not have the moon phase. I'd rather have that other one. Looked so clean, didn't it? Let's see how thin this one is. Oh, this one's just as thin. 7.5 millimeter. Check this out. Check this out. Look at that. That's pretty, man. What a pretty case. What do you guys think what's going to happen with the watch prices? Man, there's plenty of room for them to go down. So, you know, the only formula, there's two parts of the formula keeping them up, in that there's the lack of production, and, you know, there's still, the demand isn't from the masses, but the demand from the minority is still there. And the demand from the minority may indeed be enough to match the production that's going on, which will help to keep the prices up a bit. You know, where we're seeing depreciation for sure is, you know, definitely, you know, people selling the watches amongst themselves. This isn't anything from the ADs, right? So the ADs are going to help to keep the new production watches up because they're not producing them. The real heavy watch enthusiasts who can still afford them are going to be still buying those newly produced watches. So they're going to help hold those prices up. I think you're in luck if you have discontinued watches. That's going to help you. People tend to want to hold on to those and not sell them. in their collection, they're going to go to selling what first? Not the discontinued watches, right? Not unless they need to fetch more money for what they're selling. But we tend to hold on to, our heart tends to hold on to those maybe, or be more fond of those, and we might sell other watches instead, right? So, I mean, there's lots of way to look at it. But they are definitely going down, for sure. They are definitely going down. Like these offshore divers, right? 22,000. These were generally about what, 28? Look at that. A Tudor Black Bay in blue, $3,500. What are you going to call and get for that? What are you going to get? What are you going to, $2,750? You're going to definitely get that for 3,000 at the most, right? I don't know what the market is on this Tudor, but not bad, right? That's that Back Bay blue. That's that Black Bay blue that everybody was wanting and so hot about. I'm pretty sure that's less than retail, right? This one's dated 2023 even. Goodness gracious. Are you kidding me? That's a 18238. That's what I have. And they want 21,000 for this watch? Wow. I have this watch with mother of pearl, and it's 9 years newer. I have the last year production of it. That's crazy. I got mine for half the price from this same website. Wow. That's a 36 millimeter 18238. So I have this watch with the mother of pearl dial. You know what? I'm going to wear this watch. I'm going to wear this watch. I love this watch. All right. Sorry for the grunting. We're going to check this out. That's this watch here, but with the mother of pearl. Wow. They want 20 grand for this. That's crazy. That's double. Let's set this bad boy. What do we got here? Detroit, which watch are you talking about that you got? Which one? I know I see all your Instagram feeds, but I'm not sure which one you're talking about that you got. Okay, so that's set to morning, and we're the 23rd. And today is Wednesday, isn't it? Okay, we're set. (9:06 a.m.) I don't know if we can hear that or not. changes our theme a little bit. Now we're not wearing a Speedmaster, but all right. This thing has gotten really loose on me since I've lost quite a bit of weight. All right, we're going president. I haven't worn the president in a while. Wow, they made me want to wear this. It doubled in price. I'm a little puzzled on this one. Maybe because of the condition and all that. I mean, maybe they're asking an extra $5,000 for that watch. Let's see what else they got here. Look at that. Unworn, date just, 9,200. You can't get it at the dealer. Just get it here. No tax. Make an offer. You know what I mean? It's brand new. That's a beautiful watch. What the hell does anybody want? You know what I mean? It's a beautiful watch. Is this on a Jubilee? Oh man, and I don't even no, it's not. It's an oyster bracelet. Thought it said Jubilee. It says Jubilee bracelet. Wait a minute. But it's not. It's just a typo. I need a Jubilee bracelet, Rolex. I don't have one. Here's the green. Roman platinums have gone down. That's a 36 millimeter. 50,000. This is a 5270 perpetual calendar salmon dial. That's going to be $250,000 right there. Quite literally, like 250,000. That's a beautiful piece. 120,000 for 5712. The best chance we had at getting one of these was 86,000 back in the day when we were talking with Victor. Ain't that beautiful? A green dial with the grand tapisserie going all the way to the edge. To the edge. I mean, why wouldn't you go to the edge? Does man walk to the border or walk to the edge? He always goes to the edge, man. I don't know why they stopped going to the edge on these dials. Man. I wonder if this picture does it justice. Not much so. That dial, I'd love to see that dial. The Mickey Mouse watch, the best Mickey Mouse watch you could possibly get. That's a beautiful tag right here. Limited edition green dial. I love tag. It just, I love these ones, these vintage looking style ones, not any of the new modern stuff, but I love these, especially if you go back and get the real vintage stuff. These are pretty watches. See how pretty that is? It's rather thick, isn't it? $14.5 millimeter. Compare that to the JLC at 7.5, huh? There was a beautiful Grand Seiko in here as well. I mean, it was absolutely gorgeous. Let me see if look at this one. Isn't that amazing right here? This watch should win an award right here. That is different from Patek Philippe. They don't ever do dials like that, sub dials up and down. That is, I love it. I think this one should win an award. This one is just grand in every aspect. Gosh. That's a holy grail beauty of all beauties right there. The Grand Seiko, I'm gonna have to show you how absolutely gorgeous. Look at this one. You know, there's some beautiful Grand Seikos out there. Look at this. Look at the dial on this. And these are all hand engineered. Look at this. So you can't deny how beautiful that is. Look at that. That's a great piece. But the one, let me see if let me go to Grand Seiko and see if that piece I really admired was in here. Right here. Look at this. This one. This is just crazy beautiful. Look at this. All hand engraved. That's a real photo. Isn't that amazing? Limited edition. Some kind of aventurine dial, right? Blue Achi dial. And is that 50-piece limited edition, fully engraved platinum case, manual wound? Wow. Wouldn't that be an amazing watch to have in your collection? I don't think that's something you can wear. It's like a collection piece, like a piece of wall art. You're not going to write on it or. That depends on where you're coming from, pure blood. I've only sold one watch in my life, so I'm not a dealer making money off watches. So if the watch market is dead, that means I can buy more watches. There'll be another bull market one day if you really want to sell them. They'll go back up again one day. I guarantee you, inflation's not going away. And just because there's market corrections in prices, that doesn't forgive the inflation damage that has been done. In that, in the next bull run of things, everything will appreciate again, but the inflation has ratcheted everything up. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, but everything ultimately goes up. So it doesn't matter. I mean, only watch dealers and retailers are buying these as investments and making this their business. None of you or I are in watches for a business or for trade. So it can only be to our advantage that watch prices plummet or go down. It might be a little discerning to spend $40,000 on an fpjourne Havana on my behalf coming up. Might be a little scary if I can't afford to spend the $40,000 and I'm relying on secondary market prices as a backup in case I ever need to get out. Now, if that's the position, I probably shouldn't buy it to begin with. But it does make it a little bit more calming to go into the transaction, no matter what your position is, when you know that you're paying 40 and the watch is retailing for 100, reselling for 100. It's more comforting to everybody, no matter what your situation, even if you're not looking to resell it, just to know when you go to sleep at night that something you paid for a lot of money for is still worth a lot of that money when you go to sleep and wake up the next day. I mean, that's whether your plan intention was to keep it or pass it down to your kids or whatever you're going to do with it. That's just how, of course it should be that way, shouldn't it? So, but ultimately, this leaves the opportunity for us to buy more watches. If you're in the game of buying watches, I mean, to be honest, it's quite opposite of what you said. The watch game is just started. The watch game was kind of dead and over when the watch prices were at their peak. None of us could frickin' buy a watch, right? Who's going to buy a Daytona for $46,000? Now, did you see how much the Daytonas are now? Let me show you. Take a guess. They're a lot less than they were when we looked at them a couple of weeks ago. Man, their thing's not working here. What's going on here? Let me refresh it. Brands. Their thing's all jacked up. Where's Rolex at? There it is. They've never had this many watches for sale, for one. But look at how cheap the Daytonas are. But they're still double value. They're still going for double MSRP. And look at, for instance, look at this. This is one of the watches that I turned down like a dummy. This was the last. Okay, my AD offered me two watches. They offered me a solid gold GMT. Okay. And they offered me this one, the 36 millimeter turquoise blue at retail. I could have bought this for $5,900 plus tax, right? Is that what it was? $5,900 plus tax. So I had this watch in my hand and I turned it down, straight up turned it down. It's worth $16,000, discontinued. I had this watch in my hand, but I didn't want it. I'm not going to wear a 36 millimeter Tiffany. And I offered it to my wife and she told me not to waste my money. Man, I wish I wasted my money now. You see, I wish I wasted my money. This would have been sitting in the safe as a safe queen because I would have never worn it, and it would be worth 16 grand. So I don't agree. I think the watch game has just begun. I think if you're on the other side, though, if you're on the dealer side, I think you are right about that. It is dead on the dealer side. But on the player side, us players, we're going to have a lot of fun, I think, right now. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. Let me see here. Was it? No, new arrivals. There was another Omega that I really dug on right here. Let me show you. And I think we're going to end the show here pretty soon because my back's going to go out on me here. It's brutal. I try to do these shows and I just can't do them. Somebody popped in. Thomas Burnett.
Yo, Richo. How's it going, Rich Booty?
You know what, Thomas? You might not be able to join because my download speed's bad. Are you there?
Oh, I'm here, man. Can you hear me?
Hey, I hear you. You're on.
Yo, Rich Booty. Rich Booty. How's it going, my
What's
friend?
up, man?
It's been a long time.
Right.
It's been so long.
It's been a really long time.
I was just leaving the barbers. I was leaving the barbers in town. Your stream started. And I thought,
okay.
I've been looking up your email address recently, and I've been meaning to email you to say, let's do a show.
Oh, and, very good. Very good.
I want to join you. And
what happened? You cut all your hair off?
Yeah.
You cut all your hair off?
Yeah.
Went with a different style, huh? You've been like that for a while, or that's something new?
Yeah. But I've been watching your shows recently. It's great to see you back, man.
Cool, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
So, I know you're one of the biggest Omega fans out there, man.
Oh, right? Yeah. Big Omega fan myself. Yeah. Big.
I've been really hot on Omega lately, you know.
Yeah. So, great.
How you doing?
Yeah, doing good. Got my new. I just picked up I know you're doing all the Speedmaster talk at the moment, and
yeah.
I'm not a Speedmaster fan myself, but I picked up a new Zenith El Primero.
Oh, beautiful!
And I got it on a Python strap.
Oh yeah, you were telling me.
Python skin strap.
On a cushion case, right? That's a cushion case.
It's a tonneau case. Yeah, it's an A384.
Yeah.
Using the 4.
Is that a newer model or an older reference?
2019.
Oh, very new.
You're talking about the market. These go for £7,500, and I got it for £4,000 used.
Wow! You see?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, crazy, isn't it?
It is.
The market is just slumped.
And literally in the last few weeks, just going down disproportionately, just you know, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which one of the viewers, Pureblood, was saying the watch market is dead, game over. I disagree. I think it's quite the opposite. Now the watch market is live and games just begun.
Now is the time to buy. Absolutely.
Now we can have fun and talk about watches again and freaking buy them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
We can talk watches. You know, now is the time to buy.
I mean, to be honest, the Daytona now is look at the Daytona. I'll show you. It's what the price of the Daytona is? I know, but I want to bring it up. Do you know what the price of the Daytona is?
Well, it used to be in the UK. It used to be about 28,000. Now I think it's gone.
Oh, that's about what it is now. You know,
no, it used to be more 35 or something, didn't it?
Well, yeah, they were 45 even.
Yeah.
47 is what they peaked at.
Now it's come back down to 25. So it's
exactly.
Shave 10K straight off.
Exactly. And even just a week ago when we were looking at these, they weren't this low. You know, sorry for the scrolling here. I'm trying to find a Daytona.
This is the old days. This is what we used to do on the old shows. Scroll through the European Watch Company.
Yeah.
This is how I like it.
Let's see where the Daytona is.
Hey, underachieving. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, Jamie. Good to see you in all the chat. Detroit Spartan, my man. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Is the last one. There you go. 27,000 for my watch there. Yeah. You see? New.
That's the
papers dated, brand new.
That 2022 ceramic version, yeah.
You see?
I
And
remember
this was 47,000 on here. What, a couple of years ago, right?
47, really? Wow.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Wow. God. That's just, you think back, no, you wouldn't have believed it, would you? You wouldn't have
No.
believed it thinking back
I
now.
mean, none of us, and I mean, very few of us and our viewers would have spent 47,000 on one of these things. I think you would have really had to want it a lot.
But that's what lined Anthony Farrow's pockets.
Yeah, and now for 27,000, is it a good deal, Thomas? Talk to me, baby. Is this a good deal?
I'm not a Daytona. I'm not a Daytona fan. I don't buy into the hype of the Daytona. I'm not such a Daytona fan. But going by last year's and the year before's prices, yes, it's an absolute steal.
Right.
But,
I wonder where this is going to go by let's say December, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just going to say
22, 22.5.
What's the retail? 15?
The retail, yeah, because the retail's gone up, so it might be about 15 now.
Yeah. So I would say it could bottom out to 22.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
And in maybe say next year, April.
Yeah.
It could. Yeah. It potentially could, but who's to say? I mean,
I think this is one of the watches to watch. If you're looking at prices, this one is a market setter, market condition indicator right here.
You're right, Rich. The Daytona is definitely a market setter because it's the hype watch. It's the one to follow, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know your style too. You agree with me, huh? This one? I'm just in love with this one.
Beautiful, isn't it? With the quarter Arabics, just two-hander, no second hand. Gorgeous. I loved that one when you were talking about it. Yeah.
Man, there's a few watches I'd still love to get my hands on. This would be one of them. I wouldn't lie.
How much would that go for, do you think? I mean,
I'm gonna guess 9,000.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon about 10K. Yeah.
Yeah. And you might, who knows, you might in this market, you might be able to offer them 7 and grab it, honestly. And then a few years from now, it's going to be worth 15. And you're going to be looking back and telling everybody on the show, I grabbed this for half the price.
Yeah.
That's how it happened. That's how it was with all the used watches I bought.
Yeah, absolutely.
My president, for example.
Yeah, you were saying about your day, you got it for half the price it's worth now.
Yeah. I honestly think it's worth 15, not 20. But yeah, it's crazy. And watches were going up. They were in an uptrend when we were buying our stuff too. So
Oh yeah, definitely. Things were increasing.
Yeah.
Week by week. Yeah.
So absolutely. Congratulations on that new Zenith. I mean, let's see that front of that again. Exactly. It's a
A384
chronograph.
Yeah,
chronograph, right?
Chronograph A384.
Nice one.
So it's a panda dial.
Did it come with a strap, or did you find the strap on?
No, it came on a black strap. It came on a black strap, and I bought this from a Vietnamese company. I was going to go to Aaron Bespoke, but I found this Vietnamese company doing them for $100 with quick release pins and the buckle for just $100.
Nice.
For a Python skin strap.
Yeah.
Whereas Aaron's would have been about 250.
Oh, okay. Hey, you do have a couple of his straps, right?
Yeah, I've got one. I've got a Stingray strap on my Panerai.
That's right. I love that strap. That's the perfect strap for that watch too.
Yeah. I got a beautiful one from Aaron. I'm not putting down his work at all, but I mean,
no, yeah.
His work is exemplary. But
if you can afford it, that's where you want to go. That's for sure.
Absolutely, he's the man.
Plus, you're on the other side of the globe. I'm on the same continent as him. You're on a different continent.
Sure.
You're closer to where you're talking about too.
Yeah. So how's the Snoopy going?
Good. I'm loving it. You know, speaking of Aaron, that's the strap from him.
He made
You know, and I
the
mean,
painted
I don't wear it as
strap. Yeah.
I don't wear it that often. I'm trying to really not wear it too much,
See
I
that.
guess. It's really hot and muggy out here right now.
Right, so it's a bit sticky, that strap.
Yeah. So
You need a
so
bracelet or a rubber strap.
yeah. So I've been wearing my my Submariner, but I did email Omega Boutique this morning and ask them about pricing and bracelet options for the Snoopy. I want to immediately. So the next time you see me on here in the short, I'm going to put them.
3861 bracelet, are we? The new tapered bracelet.
I don't know. Is that what can I get on here?
Bracelet's beautiful. Oh, it's the bee's knees. Is that the new tapered bracelet?
Let me write that down. What did you say the reference is on that?
It's the one off the new 3861 Speedmaster.
Okay, I'll write that down.
Tapers down, and it feels so nice when it's on wrist. The best thing about the watch, I think.
They don't make a flat link modern.
No,
oh man, yeah, you know.
No, that 861 transitional with your flat link bracelet, you've got a watch there that's just unique. It's just beautiful. The stream you did about it the other day, talking about the flat link bracelet and the Plaid new logo. Yeah, it's a one of a kind.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
I think it's an interesting. It'll be my most interesting watch that I ever have in my collection. But I'd love to build a unique Speedy collection, and I've got two. So if I can get my hands on that Ed White one day, you know, that's something. I'm on the list, and I've been on the list for as long as I've been on the list of the Snoopy. So it's been 4 years now. I'm on the list now. 3 years, 3 or 4. I lose track.
And Ed White would just top it off.
Wouldn't it?
Beautiful.
But you know, the boutique manager told me that he said now he sees the Snoopy come in here. The Snoopy watch comes and goes a couple of times a year at least. But an Ed White, he's only seen it in the boutique one time ever. So that's how rare of a production watch it is. In the 3 years, he's only seen one, versus the Snoopy, he's seen at least a couple of dozen, you know, in that time.
Wow.
So it's definitely one. If you can get it, if you're on a list for it, or if you can get that's. I wonder what those are running for the secondary. Those Ed Whites. You know, you probably can't even find one. I'll bet you wouldn't even find one, right?
I mean, the ADs are getting like 1 per AD, aren't they? And the boutiques are taking care of the rest. So the Ed Whites are they're like gold dust. You just don't see them. You see one a year.
Right. Like he said, one in 3 years. I think he said he saw
the AD, you know, and that's the kind of sort of numbers we're seeing in the UK. Yeah, but they are gems. They come on flat link bracelets, and
do they now?
They come on a flat link bracelet.
It's been a while. We did a stream on those when they first came out, so 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, they come on a flat link bracelet, which is cool.
There you go. Oh my God. So I wonder, there wouldn't be any way to order that bracelet for my Snoopy?
That's a good idea. Possibly.
Yeah. I'm going to really press them before I spend the money on the bracelet. I'm going to really press them on the options.
That's an idea.
I want to really see what's available. That is a flat link bracelet, you're sure, on that Ed White?
The Ed White's a flat link bracelet. Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna
think beautiful things about it. It's a real hark back to the old school bracelets.
I'm gonna actually
I didn't like
ask.
the
I'm gonna email him right now. As we speak.
The 1861 bracelet I thought was a dog. It didn't taper at all. It was horrible.
There we go. Email sent. Let's find out from the horse's mouth. So I recall him telling me that a bracelet is about 600 to 700, which isn't bad, right?
If you could get a flat link, that'd be an amazing price.
If I could get the flat link, I don't think it would probably cost more, but let's see what he says. I'm sure all their bracelets cost the same if they're stainless, right? Yeah. Wow, that would look amazing, huh? Just think about that.
Wouldn't it just? Yeah. You'd have a partner fee transitional then for your 861.
Yeah.
With the bracelets.
Yeah.
Or you could go all out, all full hog out, and go all OCD and try and get a flat link bracelet for the Snoopy as well.
Oh, an old one?
No, a new one. The Ed White. See if it fits.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that's what I just emailed him about.
Yeah, like you so just emailed.
Yeah, let's see what happens. TV. Oh man, yeah, that would be cool. That will be the one to get.
So let's have a look at some watches. What have European watch company got in?
Any other watches on your radar? I know you just picked up that Zenith. What made you decide to pick that up? Did you come across it as a good deal? Did you know someone who had it?
I've always loved them. I've come across it as a good deal. It's my first chronograph. I haven't got a chronograph, and I'm on the list for an Explorer 2. And I'm also on the list for I was on the list for one of the yellow OP 36s, but they got discontinued. So I put my name down for the palm dial Datejust in 36, but my AD hasn't seen one of them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I want, like you say, you got the Jubilee bracelet, and you were saying you wanted to get a Jubilee bracelet.
I don't have one. I want one.
I haven't got one, and I want one.
Yes, so I do badly.
What better way of getting a Jubilee bracelet than getting a Datejust?
The Palm Datejust.
Yeah, a Palm Datejust.
I'm with you on that.
White and a white fluted bezel.
I gotta tell you, where my heart is on the Datejust, on the Jubilee. I need a Pepsi, baby. I don't have a Pepsi. I need a Pepsi in my collection with a Jubilee.
Everyone's got Pepsis, Rich. Everyone wants Pepsi.
Yeah, but I want the new one. But you know how much that one's going for. You can't even find it. You never even see it even here on the site ever.
I tell you what, Rich. Batgirl. That's the one to go for. Forget the Pepsi.
That could be. You could be right about that.
Forget the Pepsi. Be right. Go for the Batgirl. It's just the night and day. But then I'll have
two.
The black and the blue. The black for night.
Then I'll but I already have the Batman, my friend.
How do you?
And it's in my name, papers and everything. I don't want to have two of the same watch. I'm not that rich. But
yeah, underachieving. Hi, 1111. Good to see you. Yeah, underachieving watch collector says Jubilee is his favorite Rolex bracelet, and it's what they're known for. Underachieving. It's what they're known for. It's Jubilee is the Rolex bracelet.
The Batman really belongs on this leather strap, in my opinion. I think I just love on the
That's
rubber
nice.
strap. I love that with the deployant too. I love that.
Nice.
I don't think I ever take it off this. You know.
Do you wear that much?
And I do wear this. I do wear this because of the strap. In the summer, it just
good in the hot weather. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I'm genuinely preserving my bracelets. They're in the boxes untouched. You know.
Good idea.
So it's kind of nice. But yeah, I'm with you underachieving. I really want to try a Jubilee. I've never had a Jubilee bracelet.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm, like I said, I'm dying to have it in the steel, Thomas. Dying to have it in the steel.
Yeah, steel rather than
I mean the steel Pepsi. Sorry.
Oh, steel Pepsi. That's what you want. Datejust is what it's about, I think. Datejust with white gold bezel.
So let's see if any of those watches you were desiring are in here. So you said Explorer 2.
Palm dial Datejust and Polar Explorer 2.
And also there's a green OP. You said the yellow one.
That's nice, yeah.
You like the concentric dial? That's interesting.
That's the one with all the circles on, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit retro, isn't it? To the 70s, isn't it?
Retro. Oh, and Achieving's got a rubber strap like yours. He's got a rubber B. He's got one in his root beer. Oh, that's the Tiffany. That's overrated.
I can't believe I turned this down at retail.
Really?
You know? I turned this one down at retail. Yeah.
41 or 36?
The 36.
Right.
I turned it down.
Geezer. See you, mate.
Hey, geezer. Look at that price. You can't. That's a steal. Isn't that a steal?
Yeah, they don't do the Cellini anymore, do they? I bet that price went up when they discontinued the Cellini. What do you think of 1908, Rich? Do you like it?
Oh, the new version of the Cellini?
Yeah.
I think all their strap watches are nice. I think they're fine. Especially for the price. You can't complain at their price compared to other high horology brands. It's reasonable, right? Especially used like this. I mean, 17 grand. This is the price of a Calatrava, I guess, right?
Yeah, but that's exactly my point. You know, would you buy a Rolex dress watch rather than say a Lange or a Patek, or would you go?
I personally prefer that JLC that we saw. Yeah, exactly. I like that ultra thin JLC.
Would you go stick to a dress watch brand who's known for their dress watches, or would you go to Rolex for a dress watch?
I think with the amount of watches that we tend to buy, because we have a big collection, it wouldn't hurt to have one Rolex dress in there from them, despite the price. You've
already got so many Rolexes in the collection.
yeah, I know. Well, that's why I don't have this, I suppose.
Yeah.
I suppose, but I do like them. They're nice, all right.
Have you still got your 5196?
Sure, I'll never get rid of that. It's my only Patek.
Beautiful.
That's the only way I get the Patek magazine sent to me. If I get rid of that, I lose my rights.
So that's what you're after.
Yeah, I'm in the catalog.
Oh, but no, you're after the Jubilee.
Oh, this is it here, right? But is this the gold? This is the solid white gold.
Oh, so that's the white gold one. Yeah, 37K.
Right. So the dealer offered me this at MSRP besides the Tiffany. He called me twice. First time for the Tiffany, I turned it down. Second time he called was for this watch at MSRP, and I said, nah, thanks.
No, it's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too much, and it's not going for anything extra anyway, you know?
You get 2 watches for that price.
Right. Still haven't seen the ones you're looking for yet. No polars at all up here.
I like that yellow gold Yachtmaster. I really like that.
Me too.
Love it.
These were going for 38, remember? At peak? 38.
Really?
So here we are now.
Now that's a banger of a watch. I love it. If I was to go gold sports Rolex, I'd be going for that.
I agree with you. It's gorgeous, especially wait a minute now. This one is the mid-size. So this is the smaller one. 37,
Really?
huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
37. Wow.
Yeah, this is considered like the ladies version, I guess. But they say it's not because it's smaller though. But that's why they emphasize mid-size on this one. So yeah, there's the 40. It's a 40, isn't it? The other one?
Just saying the new titanium Yachtmaster. What do you think of that?
Oh.
I love it. I saw that watch.
Yeah, we'd have to look at that one. I'll tell you which one I think is crazy amazing. The one with that eagle falcon dial.
Falcon eye dial. Yeah.
Yeah,
with a little line across it, a little red line. Yeah.
That's going to be a collector piece. That one's the one to get. Is that the titanium one too? It might be. I don't know.
No,
that's the one. Oh my God.
That's the yellow or rose gold or white gold, I think.
Yeah, I love those little nuances in some of the Rolexes that they put in there, the little subtle ones like that Falcon dial. I mean, telling you, that's a collector piece there in my mind.
Definitely.
You know,
some of those they'll discontinue soon, and it'll be like shoot up.
Look at the Red Line Sea Dweller 14.9 50th anniversary. That's not bad, right?
14.9. Wow, that's a good price.
And you know, that's not even making an offer yet, right? You still have to make an offer, so maybe you get it for 12 or 13, right? Who knows?
Yeah, Sea Dwellers. Yeah, they're interesting, aren't they? Big watches.
Oh, look! Here's the Batman reserved 17.9 on the original bracelet.
Yeah, that's what yours is.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's held its price.
That's yeah, isn't it? A good price.
That hasn't. These went up to 28, didn't they? But this is their low now, right?
Yeah, this is a low. I'm sure they went up to about 25. Sure.
But they held 18. They've been at 18 for a long time. So to see it still holding at 18 here is actually kind of good news, huh? For it.
I love the Batman. Yeah. Prefer it to the Pepsi. Just look at that bezel. That's lovely.
This very well could be the best watch. This contends for being one of the best watches ever made. Look at that. Would you think?
That blue GMT hand matching the daytime part of the bezel. It's got to be on Jubilee though. The Batgirl. That is the best one, I think. It's a banger. Yeah.
Well, but I do think were these cases a little bigger though than the new? Is this like on a maxi case versus the new one?
No. It's still 40 mil. It's still 40 mil.
It's still all the same. Even the case is the same though.
It looks quite small when you see in the cabinet. It compared to some of the other watches. It doesn't have that huge presence. but it's it's still a 40 mil. That's why I like the Explorer 2. It's 42 mil. That's its.
Oh, 42 mil on the Explorer 2.
Yeah, it's 42 mil.
$16.5 for one dated around mine. Mine's dated 2012, I think.
Wow.
Oh, no. Mine's dated 2019, I think. So, man, that's not bad. These prices they're holding here. Oh, that's pretty with the green
nice.
dots.
I was just going to say, that's nice, isn't it?
Isn't that with the green pips?
Oyster Perpetual.
That's pretty.
Lovely. Has that been customized?
No.
It hasn't, has it?
Isn't that pretty?
That looks lovely. I'm sure that looks like it's been artisan de Genève or Bamford.
These are the best. These are good starter watches right here, huh?
That's beautiful. I love the green pips.
What a,
like you said.
Yeah, great starter watch. Heck yeah.
There you go.
Oh, there's the bracelet.
How much is a Batgirl?
Just under 20.
19 and a half. Yeah, it demands a premium. Just another 1,000 on top or something.
You know, there's the bracelet. I was gonna say they never show the bracelets here.
Love it.
Yeah. It always disappoints me that it's not, the bracelet isn't followed through all the way, that they use the Oyster clasp. Why didn't they use the President clasp, the date clasp on these?
Yeah, the hidden with the hidden crown. Yeah.
Yeah, because the clasp, this is for the Oyster. It even has the Oyster two-tone motif running through the center. You know, it's just one of those things that bugs me, that why isn't it doesn't match.
Yeah, the Jubes is what it's all about, isn't it? The bracelet. Jubilee bracelets and fleeted bezels are what Rolex is all about.
But for some reason, they want to reserve the hidden clasp right now for only their day dates, and I don't know why. Because there was a time in the past that they had Jubilees, the full hidden clasp on the Jubilees as well, or these. I think they had them on everything. You could choose what you wanted to buy on your watch too. You know,
I think you could customize, you could choose. But I haven't seen them on date just as much. The hidden clasps. Oh,
we lost it again. Here we go. Oh, here we go.
Pavel says it's because it's a sports model looking clasp. That's interesting, Pavel. What do you think of this Sprite?
It's very odd looking to me because I'm not left-handed, I guess.
I'm left-handed, but I don't wear my watch on my left hand. But I don't like the colors. I don't like that green and black combo.
I like it.
Doesn't do it for me, that.
I think it works. It's just weird how the crown is on the left, the weight difference, how it looks compared to what you're used to. It sort of looks like it's upside down, but it's not. But I think it's great. If I was left-handed, I think I certainly would put this watch on the very top of my list, without a doubt.
The price, 18,900. That's less than the Batgirl. These were, when they came out, were going for 35.
Oh, you're kidding me.
They were going for 35,000 pounds. That was.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. demanding a real premium.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
I love the crown on the right, on the left. Sorry, but
yeah,
I love that. But I just don't dig the bezel colors.
I can't imagine trying to wind that crown or use it being right-handed. I don't think I'd be able to do it. I don't think I'd be able to do it. You know what I mean? It's like chewing bubble gum and walking at the same time, or whatever do they say, you know? I don't know if I'd be able to do it.
Yeah. Doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. This just proves that everything Rolex makes is beautiful. I mean, look how gorgeous that is. Just as a picture, that's just pretty. Oh, now look at it. What is this?
Now we're talking. 1016s. Was that 5500? Oh no, it's a 6350.
Wow.
The first watch to be called the Explorer. Wow.
I guess they have a history section here. I didn't know that. Somehow it popped us in here. Look. Oh, this is interesting. I love that. Look how pretty that Rolex is here, isn't it? It's vintage.
Malcolm. Precision. Malcolm.
You know, they should make a museum line like Omega has, and this should be one of them right here. You know.
Yeah, re-release, do reissues. They should. Rolex. You're right. Rolex should do reissues like Omega do.
I would buy this watch in a heartbeat. You know.
Yeah. There'd be a huge demand for it.
You'd think.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do. Reissues if they did do reissues, I don't know whether they dilute the brand. If they start doing things like 1655 Explorer 2s, you know, and 1016 original dials, I don't know whether that would dilute the brand, but they're always forward-looking Rolex, aren't they? They're always into new designs rather than old designs.
Yeah.
There's
my watch right there. There's the 1016.
Beautiful. Love it.
It is amazing, isn't it? Oh, and then I love this one. This 1655. They call this the Steve McQueen, don't they?
Yeah. The 1655 original Explorer 2 with the straight hands, and I've seen ones where the orange GMT hand has gone white, and they call them albino 1655.
Okay. Do you think the price on this 1655, we would be lucky enough for the watch gaming to be dead enough for this price to come down?
They are currently going for about £28,000 to £30,000 for a really, really nice one.
If I was going to buy a vintage watch, this would be the only one I'd be looking forward at.
Same here. Yeah. Same here. That's the one I'd be going for.
Do you remember when I was shopping for those vintage Daytonas, but I couldn't touch them because they were just out of my reach at like 75, 85,000 for the cheapest ones.
Right.
And now they're all over 100 something.
Yeah. I mean,
can't touch them.
You can't touch them. Daytonas are the premium. They're the premium.
And some of them are such poor examples too. It's so tough to find one where you don't know if it's been molested, right? I'm going to pop in here. look for a 1655.
Oh, 1655. Just love them. But I've seen one. I saw one recently for £20,000. I couldn't believe it. But it was to fit a 6.5-inch wrist. And it only had 12 links. So that's another thing you got to look out for. How many links has it got in the bracelet? Because you've got to get a period correct bracelet. And to find the links for a period correct watch like that is going to be so hard. How do you find the links for a 50-year-old watch? You know,
You'll pay $1,000 per link, like I did for my bracelet, my Omega.
Where do you find them in the first place, though? You got one. You got to find one with a full bracelet that's in mint condition, and that means paying another £10,000.
Look at that, 30 grand for an old watch.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. But you see what I mean? Yeah, it's gone a bit albino, that, because the orange GMT hand has gone almost cream and white with the sun. It's gone the rest of the color of the indices on the dial.
It's pretty good condition, though, isn't it? This one here.
Lovely. Not much bracelet stretch.
Definitely polished.
Yeah, more than likely, yeah.
There's a few of these on here. Look at the prices of them here. That one's 30, and then right here, there's a few on the US. Look at here. 30, 30, 30, 25. Oh, that one's pretty clean. Yeah, look at
that. Gorgeous. Oh. I mean, this is as I say, Rolex don't do reissues. They leave it to people like Tudor to bring out the Black Bay Pro and you know, try and attempt a sort of reissue, which they did it quite well with the Black Bay Pro. They attempted it. It's a bit too thick. It's a bit, you know, it's not going to be the right kind of thing. But the 1655 is just a grail for many people.
Wow, that one's got a lot of color still.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Wow, that one's beautiful. Goodness gracious, look at this one. It's got all the color. And I wonder if that's been filled with ink or something. It looks like it, huh? The numbers, they're a little too black. Oh, no, they're not. They're worn out there, see?
Like it's patinaed a bit.
Yeah, that's a good watch. Hey, what do you think about this issue in my mind that the modern Rolexes, being that they're ceramic and the materials that's being used in them, I don't think those watches are ever going to patina or deteriorate. So you're never going to get the beauty or the deterioration factor that's going to help judge price.
The green and blue loom that they use is won't fade as much because it's built to not fade, so it won't fade as much as these kind of watches.
Do you think they should have done that or not?
Bezels, I've heard, the ceramic bezels I've heard crack when you take them off to service. So they need replacing a lot of the time. The bezels, when they get serviced, they crack because that's what ceramic does. It cracks. So when they get serviced, I've heard a lot of the bezels on GMTs and things like that crack and break.
We're not sure why that would be. You would think Rolex would be proficient in removing and what they're assembling.
Yeah, I think it's just because the adhesive is sort of the way they fix it, assemble it and fix it to the watch is just so robust and so well done that to remove it they have to. It's just the nature of the material. It's to remove it. They have to use force, and it just cracks, and they don't want to replace it as a cracked bezel.
Mm-hmm. Here's a 36 Explorer 1 9400. Pretty.
Yeah, I like the Explorer 1, but it doesn't touch a 1016. It doesn't touch it at all.
Yeah.
I'd rather go for a vintage 1016 with those numerals that they've got. The Milgauss, I love my Milgauss. You just passed that.
Yeah.
I love my Zeppelin.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yours is the blue dial like this?
Yeah, it's just like that, exactly the same. I love it. It's my favorite Rolex, I think.
Definitely. Everybody was wondering when that was going to get discontinued, and they finally pulled the trigger on that, huh?
They did it this year. Yeah, I mean, I've been toying with the idea of selling my original Kermit. Rich, what do you think to that?
Oh, look at this one. 22.5.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, I would have said sure when the prices were super high. I'm not sure what the differential is now between what you could have gotten versus now.
Wait till the prices go up again, I think. But
yeah, maybe.
I never wear it. I baby it so much. I was thinking of maybe selling it to buy a Breguet Classique, and
I'd hate to take the hit on the differential in buying and selling. Selling and buying, whatever the cost is involved with that. That's the only problem. But if you're okay with that and you're fetching a good price, then sure. It'd be cool if you could make a dollar for dollar even trade with that watch for that price for that watch, with it.
Yeah, I'd have to wait a couple of years until the market bounces back. But
$44 for the
one. Nice.
Yeah. Those are still going for mega amounts of money, huh?
Yeah, the Everose with the olive dial is just beautiful, isn't it? It's just that's a real stunner. What are your feelings on Coke versus Pepsi?
I don't know. I kind of like this. This is a nice example here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, not bad for 12 grand, is it? That looks like a great watch for the price here to add to a collection, doesn't it?
Pepsi gets all the hype, but I'm a bit sick of hearing about the Pepsi, to be honest with you. It just gets all the hype.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the Coke. It's nice.
Yeah, it's just got a dinged up bracelet clasp, but
yeah,
I guess you could always replace that if you needed to. I like that watch. Oh, they always keep throwing me in a different section here. This is interesting, though. A Submariner section. There's your Kermit.
Yeah.
Now, is that the one that you have right there?
Yeah,
the 16610. That's the one you got, right?
16610.
That's a beautiful watch, Thomas. You know what? Actually, Thomas, don't ever sell this Rolex.
It was my first nice watch as well.
Yeah, well, this is probably one of the most collectible Rolexes of all the collectible Rolexes out there, my friend. I wouldn't sell it. And in my opinion, whatever the price is on this right now, it's far undervalued. Just you gotta hold this thing. Is absolutely stunning. Everybody's tried to copy it. They even made a new one after this one.
Yeah, they made one with the ceramic, the Starbucks.
Yeah, forget about it. Forget about this. You keep this one. This is a true collector's piece. Don't let anybody convince you to sell this son of a gun.
Yeah, that's what Blue Shirt always said. Don't sell it like Kermit.
Mm-hmm. There you go. There you go. Any final watch thoughts? I don't think I can go anymore, my friend. I'm starting to hold myself up on the desk. So let's go to one section and finish off with some final thoughts as we look at fpjourne. Any final thoughts on watches?
fpjourne. Oh, well, I can't wait till you get your Havana. The and you're going for a chronometer blue as well.
Yeah, look at the chronometer blue. When I did a show a week ago, they were selling one for 86,000. Now they're at 78, 77.
God, it's crashing the market, isn't it? Wow.
And just the sheer volume of watches that's available on the site compared to when we used to go on here and serve.
What do you think to the Centigraph, the chronograph that you just passed?
Yeah, this is some superior horology here, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's bizarre.
It is bizarre. You can speed test a rocket with this thing.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, yeah. I don't know. Is this what can an astronaut even afford one of these? Maybe. I guess they could.
Yeah, wow. I mean, look at that.
I think it's just, even for what it is, it's amazing, but just looks wise, it's absolutely beautiful. You know, I think it's beautiful. It's so cool looking.
It's funky looking, but if you go back to the Sovereign what was the, let's go down.
I love their use of back plates.
The perpetual platinum, that's 255,000.
Yeah, I love that retrograde. Isn't that retrograde amazing?
Retrograde calendar on it. The perpetual platinum.
That's I'm with you on that.
Gorgeous. Yeah, nice.
I wonder where the leap year indicator is on this. Maybe on the back side, huh?
Could be.
I don't know. Maybe there isn't one.
99 pieces.
Jeez.
I mean, I hate to talk about investment when you talk about watches, but there's an investment watch.
These are 100%.
Yeah.
Absolute. Yeah. It's funny how he uses the same case for everything, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I like. He did a two-tone version, which I'm trying to think what it's called, the Octolune or something. And it was just a rose gold ring, rose gold bezel. on a steel case, and it looked gorgeous. I've forgotten what it's called.
Yeah, fun.
Certainly made his mark, hasn't he, at Francois Paul?
I hope he's trained enough people in his particular fashion.
Yeah.
To continue the brand. What do you think?
Yeah. If he can carry on his legacy, if he's trained people to carry on his legacy,
I hope so.
In his sort of, like you say, his fashion of horology, that'd be great. He's opened up quite a few new boutiques, though, hasn't he? Different ones in Miami and Hong Kong, and
he closed off to secondary dealers, so it's boutique only now.
Yeah.
And I think that was just simply not a matter of choice or to benefit in marketing. I think it was a negative, but I think it was a move they had to make because of the COVID scenario and lack of production. There was only enough watches to spread amongst their boutiques and barely enough at that, I think. Maybe at the same time too, they couldn't afford to give a biggest cut to the at secondary dealers. I mean, I don't know. I think there are probably a few reasons, huh?
Yeah, could well be. Maybe he's wanting to invest more in his boutiques and in his training people up, like you say, training people up to service his watches and keep his legacy going, which would make sense.
Oh goodness, yeah.
So I'll let you get off then, Rich.
Okay, sounds very good. It was a lot of fun chatting with you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a great chat. Oh, Geezer says there's a boutique opening in London soon. Interesting, Geezer. Yeah,
take it easy, Geezer.
Great chat, Rich. So hit the thumbs up, everyone, and like the stream, and yeah.
And we'll see you guys next time. We'll do this more often. If you see me on, join me. Give me a join, okay?
Yeah.
All right, pal.
Great to see you, my friend.
Okay, take it easy. Okay, thank you, everybody. We're gonna just end it all right here. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye now.